All right, I've arrived at the first off-trail portion, heading up to Bald Top, and just show you what the real trail is. It goes around there. This is one of the switchbacks. Now it's kind of laughable that this is the first off-road or off-trail portion right here, but because further down when you're coming up, the first half mile, it's pretty it's so overgrown that it's very off-traily. Oh, and then they have to crawl through some deadfalls, which Jeff and I cut a lot of, but you still have to get on your hands and knees to crawl through one final place. So anyway, I'm heading up to Bald Top, but I'm doing it the difficult way. Now I'll explain what the difficult way is. See this bowl over here? I'm going to be going up a ridge that appears out of this bowl and then goes up to the ridge of Bald Top Ridge, and then Bald Top is in this direction, so then it'll be a ridge walk going over to Bald Top. Then I'm going to come down this way, and I'm going to come down the regular way, but I'm going to go up the other way, and it's pretty damn steep. I'll show you when we get there. Okay, I just finished the first off-trail portion. I'm now back on the trail. There's a little weather station right over there, solar powered. And then this is the way I normally go up to Bald Top. I go up this ridge up there, and then it's behind the view there that you can see, but I take that all the way up to the top. But today, okay, you see that guy right there? We're taking that around. That's what this will just roll into normally. I'm going to take that around that corner and into the next bowl. I was wrong earlier. It's not this bowl, it's the next bowl. And we'll be going up that ridge that you can see where I'm pointing at right there. That. We'll be going up that to the top. But it starts way below, and it's on the other side of this ridge right here. So better get going. This is going to be easy from here pretty much to there. It's going to be ups and downs. A lot of downs, actually. You actually can't see where it goes through that lower portion, and then it comes up through there. Depends on which way you want to go. There's like 4 different ways. The first water on the trip, there's a pool over there, goes through here and goes down. I had to go break off the trail. Oh wow, look at these. These are nasty thorns on this gooseberry. Stay clear of that. Those things, not only do they hurt going in, but they hurt for a week after, and they're really itchy. So, all right, onward ho. Well, here's the second place of water, and I want to comment really quickly about, see these pipes here, drainage pipes that come out over here. This is the old Williams Ranch. It's owned by the forestry now, but there was never any maintenance done on these things, and erosion has just taken over and carved its own channel here straight down rather than continue to go through the pipes. And I'm sure that the pipes are probably clogged up, and that's probably why. Anyway, that's the second place of water. There'll be a third place before we get on our ridge. All right, I wanted to stop here for a moment and detail something. Right about there, that's where that trail comes up to, and that's where I broke off, and that's where my first off trail went, and I got up to there. So all of that was off trail through the grass for the most part. And now I'm on the edge of this ridge. It's right up here. And I'll be heading into the next bowl and going down into it and then back up again. I think I just heard a rattlesnake. I encountered a rattlesnake on my hike last week. I had to scare him off because he was right in the way. I mean, it was all off trail, but it was the only way for me to get through. That's where he was. Okay, so we're going to be going up around that point there and into that next bowl. This is actually the furthest point out on the actual trail. So, and while I'm sitting here pontificating, I want to also detail, you see there's a little track right there. Jeff and I, we've done some of these mid-altitude romps from here to Salmon Creek in the past. This was before I had my Samsung phone. I had a BlackBerry. So I lost all those tracks because that BlackBerry got destroyed by water on a hike. And that goes back some time, like over 10 years ago. But boy, those were the days. We just did everything off trail. Everything. All right, our third and final place of water. Coming through here. And this is what we're going to go up. We'll go up that. Whew. It's a real challenge getting up to there from here. It's pretty frickin' steep. You want to stay out of the creek slipperiness and lots of rocks, and then you want to, I think the best way is to go here and then there and then go up the left side, and then once you get to that tip there, it should be easier, I think. We'll find out. Well, I got up a few hundred feet elevation. I can still hear the water down there, but it's pretty far away. This is pretty damn steep here. I'm not yet in the total clearing. That'll be up there. First, I got to get up there. This coffee berry bush is right in the way, so I'm going to try and go around it this way. But you know what? I think I'm going to have a little bit of water. This will be my water break here. I could go through here and then get up on the grass. That'll be easier, but I don't remember if I went that way before or if I went just straight up. So I'm favoring going straight up because that gets me up. Wow, there's some mosquitoes here. All right, let's get it going. Well, out of breath. I just came up this super steep portion here, and man, it was scary. I don't think I've been up this way before. Whew. Man. It's like 65 degrees, 70 degrees down, up and down. Now I'm just getting into the wide open place where it's just going to be wide open the rest of the way. And I'm skirting around the edge here because I see there's a deer track here. And save me from having to climb straight up again. Here we go. Oh boy. Almost at this point up here. Oh boy. Man. Back there, I got really scared. I tried going up this rock cliff, and then I got to where my next step would be about my shoulder. I'm sorry, but I'm 61 and I don't have the flexibility like that to do that kind of stuff. Whew. Look at that yucca or yucca blossoms. Those are tasty, by the way. Oh, here we are. Now, going up that steep guy there is going to be much easier than what I just did. It looks daunting from here, but there's pathways through it. Well, I made it up another step. Here I am. Now I've got another giant step. We got to get up there. And then from there it's going to be just a medium upslope grass the whole way to the ridge. I remember that tree and those rocks. I think I go off to the left of it. Well, I was misled. I thought that, see where I'm aiming at over there, that tree at the edge? That's where I thought the last step was. That last step ended. But actually there was 1, 2, and now I'm on the third more step. So there's actually 4 steps because I didn't count one that was invisible back there. So this is turning out to be a pretty difficult, strenuous hike for me today. I got really freaked out by see, this kind of steepness is nothing compared to what it was back there. Oh my God. Back there, you know, I'm going to sit down. I haven't sat down yet. let's sit down. Oh, that feels good. All right, I'll have a little water, then I'll get back up and finish this. Well, I'm in the final stretch. See that over there? That's the ridge. And it should be just right up over this. And you see that lone oak right there? That's Bald Top. Bald Top Mountain. And here's the old Williams Ranch Road over there. Oh, don't want to go that way. I have to go way down and then way up again. Go this way. I'll go over here. I see a cattle trail here. Okay, we are on the cattle trail. All right. Here we are. Here's the old Williams Ranch Road. And we're gonna go up to Bald Top. Here I am at Bald Top. My voice is wow. Okay. Found my shade right here. And I'm going to enjoy my lunch. Then I'm going to go down that way. On my way down, but I wanted to detail this. Look at that. When you look at the map and it says Bald Top, it has a little X mark and it puts an elevation. That's that right there. The mountain, the real peak is back there. All right, we got to head on down. I think we're supposed to go on the side slope over there, but I'll figure it out when I get down there. All right, well, we're almost back to where I crossed the Williams Ranch Road and then go off trail down to the bottom part of the trail. I wanted to stop here for a moment and detail this. This is an old corral from Williams Ranch, and all those trees down there, they're Monterey cypress trees. Not all of them, but most of them. And those are all planted. And so we're going down here, and then we're going to cross the trail or the road and then continue on, and we're in the home stretch here, almost. Pretty close. I mean, we can see the highway now. Well, I'm in the final stretch. I'll show you. We gotta go. Can you see that spot right there? That's the trail. Gotta zigzag around and then sweep around, and I'm going slow going downhill because I'm afraid of falling, and my SI joints they're not in pain, but they're definitely activated, and I can feel them. They're ready to start barking. So I go slow. That way I'm not providing a huge jolt up and down my spine and my legs. Things you have to do to stay hiking after like during arthritis, because my SI, the orthopedic doctor said it was arthritis, but I think it's just ultra sensitive. Anyway, I'm going to put the phone away so I can have two hands here.